Praise God, we're having a great day today. It is Saturday. Happy Saturday morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. My morning is going great. It's a good day to be here to read God's Word together, to be encouraged for our days. So we're reading through the book of Proverbs, being encouraged by God's Word to help us with our days. So the book of Proverbs, chapter 17, we're contrasting the upright and the wicked. So it says, better is a dry morsel of food served with quietness and peace than a house full of feasting served with strife and contention. And that is so true. It's better to have something dry and not very good and to have peace and quietness than strife and contention in your home. A wise servant will rule over the unworthy son who acts shamefully and brings disgrace to the family. And the worthy servant will share in the inheritance among the brothers. The refining pot is for silver and the furnace for gold, but the Lord tests the hearts. God tests our hearts. He knows what our hearts are. Even when we think that, no, God's not going to see. No, God sees our hearts and everything. An evildoer listens closely to wicked lips, and a liar pays attention to a destructive and malicious tongue. Whoever mocks the poor taunts his maker, and he who rejoices at another's disaster will not go unpunished. Grandchildren are the crown of aged men, and the glory of children is their fathers who live godly lives. Excellent speech does not benefit a fool who is spiritually blind. Much less do lying lips benefit a prince. Doesn't matter if you can speak well and sound like you're very eloquent in your words. If you're spiritually blind, it doesn't even matter. A bribe is like a bright precious stone in the eyes of its owner. Wherever he turns, he prospers. He who covers and forgives an offense seeks love, but he who repeats or gossips about a matter separates intimate friends. Sometimes covering and forgiving an offense, that shows love. Sometimes instead of like pointing out and just saying, that's sinner, that's that. Sometimes just not overlooking the offense, but covering it and forgiving. That shows love. If you just sit there and keep talking about it and gossiping about it, it's just going to separate. A reprimand goes deeper into one who has understanding and a teachable spirit than 100 lashes unto a fool. A rebellious man seeks only evil. Therefore, a cruel messenger will be sent against him. Let a man meet a ferocious bear robbed of her cubs, rather than the angry, narcissistic fool in his folly. It's better to meet a... It says, let a man meet a ferocious bear robbed. A bear that just had her baby cubs taken away is going to be crazy and want to attack. That's much better to meet that versus than an angry, narcissistic fool when he's just being ridiculous. Whoever returns evil for good, evil will not depart from his house. So if you're going to plan to just do evil on people instead of doing good, it's not going to leave your house. It's going to be there. You know, God can redeem you from the evil people of the world. God can pour out his wrath on people. God can do things. We may not see it because we want to get so angry. We want to do things. I want to do it. I want to get my revenge. Let God take revenge on things. The beginning of strife is like letting out water as from a small break in a dam. First it trickles and then it gushes. Therefore, abandon the quarrel before it breaks out and tempers explode. He who justifies the wicked and he who condemns the righteous are both repulsive to the Lord. Or says, well, this person's okay, even though they're justifying it and is condemning a righteous person. That's wrong. It's repulsive. Why is there money in the hand of a fool to buy wisdom, when he has no common sense or even a heart for it? A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. You know that you have a friend, they can just love you for the rest of your life, right? And a brother is born for adversity. Sometimes you don't have those relationships in your family, but you'll have a good friend that'll love you all those times. A man lacking common sense gives a pledge and becomes guarantee for the debt of another in the presence of his neighbor. And he who loves transgression loves strife and is quarrelsome. He who proudly raises his gate seeks destruction because of his arrogant pride. He who has a crooked mind finds no good, and he who is perverted in his language falls into evil. He who becomes the parent of a fool who is spiritually blind does so to his sorrow, and the father of a fool who is spiritually blind has no joy. A happy heart is good medicine, and a joyful mind causes healing. I have that one underlined. Do you know that you can just have a happy heart? It's good medicine, and a joyful mind causes healing. And it says, but a broken spirit dries up the bones. Isn't that true? I know I've seen studies where people in hospitals that are terminally ill and just going to die, where if they had that encouragement and that peace and they had a joyful heart, they're going to come out. If they got something to live for, they'll come out of it a lot better than the person that has nothing to live for, that feels like it, the broken spirit. They're going to just rot the bones. So when you are sick and you have things going in your life like that, stay joyful through those hard times. God will get you through them. A wicked man receives a bribe from the hidden pocket to pervert the ways of justice. Skillful and godly wisdom is in the presence of a person of understanding, and he recognizes it. But the eyes of a thick-headed fool are on the ends of the earth. A foolish son is a grief and anguish to his father, and bitterness to her who gave birth to him. When you got a foolish son, the father feels grief and anguish, the mother feels bitterness. It is also not good to fine the righteous, nor to strike the noble for their uprightness. He who has knowledge restrains and is careful with his words. If you have knowledge and wisdom, you're going to restrain, and you be careful with your words instead of spouting off and just saying whatever you want to say. And a man of understanding and wisdom has a cool spirit. He has self-control and an even temper. Even a callous, arrogant fool, when he keeps silent, is considered wise. When he closes his lips, he is regarded as sensible, prudent, discreet, and a man of understanding. Sometimes when you have those arguments and those fights and you just want to argue and go back, and sometimes it's better just to be wise and be silent and let God take care of things and wait for God for you to speak certain things in your life. So you have a wonderful, fantastic rest of your Saturday. Come tomorrow if you're here for the Grief and Loss series. That's been a part of a series that's been in my heart to be able to do, to share and encourage for people going through times of grief. And then come back Monday. We'll do some more stuff. All right. See ya. Bye.